Welcome back. It's about time I got some doors on this thing. Now, these are the doors I got with it. They kind of fit. They're obviously reversed because that door handle should be over there. I'll make it work. Now, these doors are obviously too tall for the chopped body, so I'm going to have to chop that notch out and probably most of that section in there, and then work out how I'm going to do the hinges. But I've got this line here going along, and I'll probably have to invent something at the back to continue it. I don't know. I'll Google that, see how it's supposed to look. Okay, here we go. Right, let's take a look at this. So, I still need to chop a section off here because it's obviously too high. But I'm not going to cut it neat with that. I'm going to cut it down a bit and then bend it round so that it goes down and underneath. This is obviously going to need a bit of persuasion because it's not. The door's too rounded here and that's flatter, so that needs to match that. I want this line here to match that one. And as you can see at the top, the roof is actually got a big gap. But that's not a problem. If I chop this off, just this is just tacked on anyway. Weld a little bit of metal underneath to match that gap, and then make a new rain rail all the way around. This is fine overlapping because I can basically, if I straighten the door, it's pretty straight as it is actually, and then I can just run a pen line down here and just grind that flat, and then that'll fit there. And the same at the bottom, just chop a little bit off, fold it underneath. No problem. The other side's going to be similar. I still need to work out hinges though. I'm having trouble finding the material for that. Home Depot just ain't cutting it. You go down to Princess Auto this weekend, or during the week some point. Okay, onwards. Gorgeous day by the way. Just saying. We have hinges. Weldable hinges. They're actually harder to get than I thought. TSC in Brantford, $5 each. That's fine. Because I want them facing this way, so that'll be them closed. And then they can open all the way around if I need. And I just need to make an extension, which I'm going to use a bit of old worktops, exactly the same gauge of steel, and you just make it fit. Quite pleased with that. So first things first, I'm going to have to chop all of this off and all of that off in order to massage the door into shape. I'm not going to be able to twist this panel here unless that is all off, because that's keeping it rigid, well, rigid-ish. So I'll get on with that. Once that's all cut off, I'll place it back in the hole, clamp it in and start hitting it with a mallet. Here we go again. Right, this is about the best alignment I'm going to get, believe it or not. Yes, there's a big gap at the bottom, but the problem is if I twist the door that way, then the window is going to be sloping down to the the back too much. As it is, I've got a big gap. If I was to twist it that way, the gap would be huge, the window would be like that. And I kind of want it as straight as possible, so I'd rather get the hinges on, and I can always add some a little strip of metal to neaten that up, or I could put a sort of this sort of effect down either side of the door to disguise that gap. Yes, it's a shambles, but that's what welders are for, and spare metal. So, okay, I'll get on with that. This will take a while. First thing I'm going to do is mark where these hinges are going to go on the body. I suppose I should measure them and just have them the same both sides. Wouldn't that be a novel idea? So, the lower one, I would like probably about there. And the upper I'll probably put, that's a bit rounded. Yeah, probably one there, maybe one down here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's just making that first mark. I kind of want as wide a spread as possible, but I don't want to go beyond this, because it's rounded here and then up here's a bit. Although if I don't put it up there, then this whole bit might be a bit floppy. You know what, I can add a strengthening bar on the inside so I don't have to worry about that flopping. So let's go there. And let's go there, just below that line. Also mark on the door. Whatever bracket attaches to will be elongated holes, so I can adjust it a little bit. I'll just take a note of the heights for the other side, roughly. Ten and a half. Find a bit better. Yeah, 25. Okay, so we'll remove the door and I'll start attaching these hinges. Now, these hinges are going to have to be in line with each other, so I'll need to use my spirit level and all sorts of gadgetry to make sure that these are basically in an alignment that way and that way. Otherwise the door will kind of crease and squeak and all sorts of yuck. But that should be okay there. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me explain how I'm going to attach these hinges. First of all, need this bracket. This bracket will go here. Okay. I'll elongate these holes so that I've got up and down, in and out adjustment. Okay. Drilled the holes in the hinges. However, because the hinges goes in that way, I don't have a lot of room. So instead of using normal bolts, I'll need to use carriage bolts, which have got this little square underneath. So drilled the holes, squared them off with a hand tool, no power. So I'll go in there. I'll go in there. Once that's attached to the car. Now, here's the thing, I was going to weld this. I was going to weld that in place at the right angle, but that would give me no movement that way. So instead of welding, I'm going to drill a hole top and bottom, elongate the holes, and that will give me the option to move it slightly that way and that way. And again, I'll use carriage bolts so that it will be a bit neater than just bolts sticking out the side of the car. And I can paint over them and make it pretty. So, as I say, so these go in there. That gets in there. And that will behave. Okay. And that gives me the option to close that. Okay. Now the other set of holes for the door, I can offset them there and there so that they're not interfering with that one and that one. Although I might be welding this onto another section, so I might not have that issue. Okay. With me so far? When it's closed, you'll obviously see that, which, you know, I don't care. It looks fine. Paint it black. And we're good. Right. On with the work. Surprise, surprise, changed my mind again. So, I decided I don't want to put a bolt here and here. So, I'm just going to weld this plate in at the back. And if I have to change the angle that way or that way, I could just put in washers behind that plate to bring that out, or a washer in at the bottom behind that plate to bring that out, and then that'll give me that on that angle. It's not going to be a show car, as I keep saying. It's as long as it kind of fits and opens and closes, I'll be happy. So I'm going to weld this in. This closes straight, but I don't have any wiggle room, so I might have to just grind these down a little bit just to make it just a couple of mil more that way. But we'll see. You know, I can do that once the door's on. This process is taking a while because it's all new, but once I get this on and welded and it seems to work and attached to the door, I can do the other one, and then the other side should be much faster than this. Here we go. So this is probably the most important part of the hinge process, and it's making sure that this pin here is in line with that pin there. Okay, otherwise you'll end up with a banana door. So let's try this. The little bubble should be in the middle Doesn't need to be perfect because I've got a little bit of adjustment, but it's got to be pretty close. So that's good that way round. I'll try it round this way. Oh, excuse the terrible videoing. Line it up with that pin. That pin. Bubbles a little bit to the left. Oh, focus. God's sake. God's sake. So, might need to adjust that a little bit. But I've got room to adjust. Not the end of the world. It's pretty good. Pleased. So I've welded on the back plate there temporarily to make sure, just so I could check the pin alignment. So I weld that back plate up and then drill holes in the extended hinge. Obviously I had to extend these because physics. But now that I know they're long enough, I can trim them to size. Because obviously I don't want to be tripping over this much. That can get trimmed down a bit there. So I'll drill the holes, square them off for the carriage bolts, and we're good to go. Obviously I need to get onto the door section next. Hinge is done. Okay. That hinge was fine. I didn't have to change that. I just drilled the holes, squared them off, carriage bolts, right? However, this one down here, I had to make it a bit bigger. So, welded sections on, flattened them out. It's not too bad. So, that'll sit in there. Carriage bolts in there. And then falls on the floor. So, let's see if it all fits together, eh? Hey, hey. Exciting stuff. Here we go. Well, look at that. I have hinges. Terrible fit, but that's okay. If I just push this in with my knee, it goes flush. It's awesome. As I say, this gap, I'm going to fill, chop this. Whole thing's a bit squiffy, but it'll work. But do the hinges work? Not a squeak, not a flex noise. Excellent. Okay, so as I say, that took forever, but at least I know what I'm doing now. And they open all the way up, easy access for my fat belly. Yeah, pleased with that. I know it looks shit, but it's better than the door sitting on the floor. Okay, I'll see what I can come up with next to make this actually fit. Thanks for watching.